Well, hello there. I bet you guys thought that I had forgotten about the game the other night. You know, the one where I get my face smashed? Yeah, I didn't forget. But we're going to roll it tonight for you. The teams were Spencer as the Japanese, and when we look at him, he was sitting at, I probably should get this going. With 5 minutes left, he was at 42, 73, and 53. I'm not sure why he had so many on wood. That doesn't make sense to the Japanese who want more food normally, is what I would think. Although, he's Mr. Trebuchet, so, whatever. So that's Spencer. Then he was the Japanese. Taylor, next to him, was the Spanish? No, the Celts. And he's sitting at 52, 50, and 70. Really looking good going into trade. At 5 minutes, that's awesome. Good for you, Taylor. Well played. Then we got DJ Lonix playing as the Indians. That's shocking. Again, 28, 38, and 20. He's been just slowly going. I don't know what's going on with Alex, but man, these numbers are just slow. And then his next teammate is young Jacob Barzy. The man, the miracle, the mystery. We would all be worse off without him in our lives. So glad that Barzy's part of this group. I'm glad that all of you guys are. But today, I'm happy for Barzy. Barzy, as we see, is at 71, 44, 51. And Barzy is the Spanish, the Españoles. On the other side, we have matched up against Jacob Barzy. This is one of our key matchups. Is Travis Cat rocking the Japanese. Japanese versus Spanish is going to be the 1v1 on this game. And he's got 37, 33, 44. So he's too low on his wood and his food to be rolling as the Japanese. I want between 45 and 65 food, really, because you're going to be throwing a bunch of infantry. That's one of the main things. And I'm happy with the 40 wood. I feel like that's about right. It's about 40, But I would, across the board, I'd be having more villagers if I was Travis. And he's got the food to do it, so I don't know what he's waiting on. But, everyone does their thing. Larry's sitting 50, 60, 47. Needs more gold, but he has gold. Needs more houses is what he really needs. And Larry is, of course, the root and tunes. And then on the other side, we have... the 1-2 punch. The hammer himself, Chase McCormick's playing as the Spanish. He's at 38, 31, and 31, which for Chase is pretty good, especially because we see that he's got another, 40 trade cards coming. So, he's going to be rich. He just needs a little bit more time to cook. And then, of course, myself as the god. I'm not the that's Spencer. That's myself as the Koreans. Of course, we're having the battle between the Japanese and the Koreans, reliving the samurai years, if you will. So we'll speed this up a little bit. I'll just tell you what we were thinking going into this is we had this nice long corridor thing that the game gave us. So I was planning on going and cutting. And I made a tactical error. I cut this way. I don't know why I did that. If I had just cut straight down, we'd have been immediately in their trade. But instead, I make a big error and I'm going to cut this way. And that's going to really probably be a deciding factor in this game. Because I think if we could have just gotten straight in here, that would have just crippled Spencer so much more. Instead, we go in right here, and I try and cripple Spencer with his houses, but it doesn't do anything. So we'll see that in a minute. Treaty is now up. We're going to see Travis is going to start cutting over here, looking to come at young Jacob Barzy. Chase is still kind of getting ready to go up in the middle over here. He's going to be supporting me a lot this game. And I'm waiting for Spencer and someone to start flagging over here because they obviously don't see me yet. Oh, but they do. Spencer sees this and he's like, oh no! Oh no! On the other side, looks like no one's started cutting over here. But I'm in, and I hit like 2 houses. Yeah, that did a lot. Good job, Taylor.
And Spencer is sending up infantry, and we're gonna just do that. I really liked these guys. I'm really sad that they aren't as good as we had hoped they would be. So I took out 2 houses. Like, it was just nothing. Where, you know, if we were over here, who knows what would have happened, but it would have at least put a lot more pressure on them. They'd have been more scared. Instead, they have a natural wall over here, and Spencer does a really good job of protecting over there. On this side, we see that they've started fighting. I think I missed the actual plunge. Yeah, I missed Travis's plunge. So Travis got into Barzy for a moment and hit over here. He did not take out the monastery. It looks like he doesn't have anything to throw it anyway, so... Oh, it did have. There are 2 right there. So he's putting back in. Barzy is the king of the micro. He's able to, you know, get a front going and defend over here. I want to know... Oh, here is Lars. So then Larry cuts through over here. You would think between a cut on this side and a cut up the middle that something, you know, that's a lot of cutting. And over here we see Taylor is now over here, and so Taylor is supporting, and Spencer's throwing troops like crazy. And we're trying to get up. Chase is doing plunge. Alex is over here. So Taylor's over here. Spencer's over here. We got 3 colors going on over here. On the other side, we have Taylor over here. We have... Who is this? This is... So Taylor is fighting on both sides with Barzy and Taylor. And we can't forget up the middle, we have Alex holding against Taylor. And Larry, I don't know what's going on there. Larry must be distracted with, you know, who knows, playing with his dinghy. So Larry's over here supporting Travis. We see that Barzy gets into Travis at this point, does a little plunge, very effective. On the other side, I'm just holding for the life of me, and Spencer gets these guys up here and takes out all these beautiful... I thought these towers were going to be great, and they did nothing. I was so sad about that. Could have done something a lot more effective, but it doesn't matter. Taylor and Spencer are just going insane. On the other side, we see that Travis is fighting for his life here. Taylor's on both effing sides. How? Yeah! Meanwhile, let's see here, we got Taylor over here. Alright, so now it's mostly the Spencer, but Taylor's still there. Taylor's definitely... And Chase is doing a plunge. See here, Larry's going up the middle again. You see that mostly Taylor's got it in the 3rd spot. F me sideways, Sally. How are you on 3 fronts? How are you able to do this? It's ridiculous. While Travis is doing his best to just survive, and I am as well. We're just throwing stuff. So I've lost a bunch of forward stuff over here, and Larry's got this hole. We shouldn't have ever cut this hole. Larry and Travis should have pushed together over here. I think if we'd had a double punch, maybe that would happen it, because we just didn't have enough pressure on Taylor ever. So we should probably run military view at this point. Yeah, so Barzi's pushed up into Travis again. What's going on with Travis? We should look at Travis. So Spencer's fine. Travis, on the other hand, he's got no food. And he's just in survival mode. This is what I was talking about, man. We needed more food. We should have had some guys over here. Guys over there. Guys everywhere. But instead, not enough. Which is fine. It is what it is. I'm not mad that they keep moving forward. And we're just trying for the life of us. And so I'm now building back up here. These are backup military business to keep stuff moving forward, because we just can't seem to hold the line. And these effing trebuchets can go to hell. Meanwhile, Taylor keeps me under control. On the other side, we've got Larry and Barzy and Travis and Taylor. And what is Alex doing? Like, Alex is there, I guess. It's just like, man, this is just ridiculous. So they keep moving forward on us, and keep moving forward. And Chase shows up to save the day. Chase McCormick's.
wrecking these things. Boom, boom, boom. And here we go. Those cavalry, those blessed cavalry. So one thing I need to mix into my game is cavalry. They're always too expensive for what I'm trying to do. I don't know why that is. It just is. Perhaps I'm trying to get food going now. You can see Barzy is up and balls deep into Travis at this point, and so is Taylor. We see the chases move forward over here. Definitely trying to carry on. Onward ho, onward ho, onward ho. We've made a little bit of a stand over on this side. It's because Taylor's attention is what's happened. Taylor's turned his eyes this direction. He is the Lord Sauron with that great eye, and Barzy does another plunge. You've got to be effing kidding me. F you sideways, Travis, or Barzy. You're no friend of mine. And Taylor's got Trebs, and we see that Chase is over here, doing a little plunge, trying to just get people off the front. And we're trying to just move forward for the life of us. We can't get anywhere. And Chase gets almost into the trade, but it's so little, so late. And we're just trying to keep Barzy under control. And Travis gets some of these guys going. And I would just like to say that food and wood was very expensive this game. We were both trying to fund our wins, and it is what it is. It's amazing how Spencer is able to use these trebuchets like armor cannons. I mean, that's good micro. Very good micro. I don't have that good of micro, but good for him for having that. So the hold continues. We see that Taylor's running around. F you, Taylor. Evan Taylor Stevens. I don't know what's going on up here. Alex is probably prepping to pump up the middle. I would assume that's what I'd be doing with these guys. I wouldn't be sitting there with them, that's for sure. But we see Chase has got a ton of guys over here. But Chase is on both sides. Chase is trying to help out over here as well. And we've got Larry going, Travis is going, Taylor's going, Alex is going. Everyone is just insane. We cannot win on either side. And Alex sent his dudes up the middle to wipe out Chase's stuff. And oh, that is bad. That is not good. But Chase is in the trade. Chase is definitely in their trade. Which is one thing that we've been able to keep them out of until now. Taylor gets in the effing trade. F you, Taylor. All over the place. Chase is on it. I mean, you can see purple just throughout this side, but it doesn't matter because Alex is putting serious pressure on, and this is a major holding for us. And it's just wide open. Meanwhile, I'm trying to fight off those effing trebuchets. Go, 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 go. I hate them so much. And Chase is still in their trade. He's been down there for a while. Chase needs to start doing defensive stance. Like, I think that this would have died much quicker with a defensive stance. You know, go right here, boom, defensive stance. See what happens. Meanwhile, Travis is just holding. Poor Travis. He fought his best. And we got all these guys over here just hanging out because we had to root effing Taylor Stevens out. Meanwhile, Chase is back on the side, and we're trying to just go crazy. And back to this side. We see that, what's his name, that Barzy has now moved his trebuchets up, and unlike Taylor, Barzy is a micro master, and one would say that he would make Alex jealous with the micro. He's moved these forward. Is just wrecking the game. And at this point, I think we're like, guys, I don't believe anymore. Which is heartbreaking. But it was a good game, well played on all fronts. Every now and then we would get a little closer over here, and now Spencer's like, I'm putting up a wall. I'm tired of this chicken crap. when Taylor turns over here. When Taylor's over here, it's just bad. Bad things happen when Taylor's around. But even then, Spencer's going crazy. They've claimed the zone and they're in the trade now. And Travis is dead for Travis. He played such a good game. Are you very proud of me, Travis? Other than you really need to up your farming game when playing the Japanese. You know this. But it is what it is. We could have had Chase more focused on this side. Instead, Chase needed to play defense on the right end over here. And because of that, it really cost us. But now the game's over. We're done. So that was the game. See here, I don't care about the map. Actually, I'm going to go to the statistics. We see that Taylor won almost in everything except for technology, which Larry just blew everyone out of the water. I'm assuming it's with castles, but both. And none of the castles is society. I don't know why it was technology. We'll see. When we look at military, Taylor just, that KD is insane. Alex lost the least, killed the least as well. I don't know what was going on with Alex. It was like weird. Basically, yeah, it is what it is. But, we look at Barzy had the most food and the most gold. Taylor had the most wood by a mile. And wow, Alex and Taylor tied with the most stone. With our technology, Larry with that fast Imperial, Travis with the fast Castle and the fast Feudal. It is what it is. It's a good time. We look at societies, Taylor had 9 castles. I only had 1. Alex had 7,000 stone and only 2 castles. What are you doing with all that stone, man? And that was the game. Well played, everyone. Felt like I wouldn't change any of our tactic. Yeah, a couple I would cut straight down instead of over. But for the most part, it's just close. Just a crazy game. GG, boys. Until next time.